Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you see this. This is Dee with Older INFP-A Assertive Insights, and today we're going to be talking about what type of intuition is on the personality type test, online or in person test. Not being tested by a person, but being tested on paper. And specifically, we're going to be talking about intuition. Now, why am I going to be doing this? I will say that I'm doing this series of the nuances between the socionics INFp IEI, which loosely translates to MBTI INFJ, and the MBTI INFP, because they are so closely related. And there are some nuances that I have picked up that are interesting to me, that come to me when I hear a podcast and see videos and some reading articles, but mostly podcasts. I love podcasts, and even if they're videos, I listen to them. And sometimes over and over again by different creators, not by one or two, but as many as I can find, and most all of them are small creators, content creators, who have put a lot of thought and effort into it. I picked the small creators, I will say, because I think once you get to be big, you get to be towards the 100,000 range, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers range, I think you turn more into your personality online turns more into an entertainer and less of a new content creator. I see that evolve with just about everybody. They totally change, and for positive or negative, they do change. So I like the small channels because I think that they still have that more sincere content. They're more into the content than they are bells and whistles and looking good and entertaining. Okay. So I do all that several different ways, MBTI, socionics, sometimes they're neither, and then I put together, things come to me just as my own take. And so that's why what I'm doing, and I knew when I started this series that it was going to ruffle the feathers of the purists, the MBTI purist and socionics purist, particularly the MBTI purist. But you know what? We're all here to learn. I'm here to learn. I'm here to put out there my content, my questions, what comes out in my mind, and just something for us all to think about. If it's not your thing, we'll have playlists with all types of other insights and information you're welcome to do. I will have those as they come along. Okay. I feel like I need to put this disclaimer in here every time to say, what am I doing? Yes, I am educated. Yes, I understand the functions. Yes, I understand the quadras. I'm just doing my thing. Okay? Based on all that. So, intuition. Now, and this is true of all the types, of all the four major functions, of all your, whether you're introvert, extrovert, sensing, intuitive, feeling, thinking, perceiving, judging, the four main ones, is true of all of it. But I'm honing in today on the intuition. And it occurred to me being, and consider myself, I don't know if I just said this, but consider myself a hybrid. I still do. I'm still working on that. Depending on the test, depending on the person who's testing me, I will either be a socionics INFP or an MBTI INFP. Either way. So here's how it can happen. Maybe. Why am I honing in? Again, I've said this like 3 times. Again, today we're doing intuition. We're doing that because that can tell you which direction to go in if you're wondering, more than the other functions. Now, when you take the test online, are the questions introverted basis or extroverted basis? Is it NI or NE, or just in general? Which is it? When you get your test scores back, it doesn't differentiate. It will tell you whether you're introverted, how you score, what you score the highest on. So, for example, my intuition, just intuition, is in the 80-some percentile, like 85 percentile. Doesn't say what kind, just says it. So, if you are an here it is. If you are an NEI user, predominantly, not a dominant, but predominantly, if you are an NI user, introverted intuition, that's going to put you on the side of the socionics, INFp IEI, which, as I said, loosely translates to MBTI INFJ. If your intuition is mostly extroverted, it puts you into the MBTI INFP. So see how that differentiation makes all the difference in the world of where you're going to go for your, oh gosh, I was going to say diagnosis. My background's in diagnosing. And figuring out who you are. So, do the test differentiate? Anybody know? I mean, I'm asking questions. I'm here to learn too. But that's something to think about. When they give you these, they only give you 4, whether you're, what I do, I get INFP, whether it's socionics or MBTI, I get INFP, and it tells you the percentage that you get it, which is the predominant one. Doesn't say whether it's extrovert or introvert. Has anybody ever thought about that? And if you have, and you know of who talks about this, I'd like to read about it. That's something that I am learning that's coming into my mind that I have questions about. So what are your comments? Put your comments below. As long as they're fair, I'll leave them. We can debate about them. I don't mind a good debate. I can put my thinking cap on quite easily. And just see if that's something that's been thought about. Which intuition comes out and is used? It should be a balance, but how do we know? And I'm not going to go through every one of those questions. But if anybody knows of anyone who has studied this, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Like, share, subscribe. Till next time, stay safe.